Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This video does not relate to any idol's personal life and all the incidents mentioned are truly fictional. Destiny played a dirty game with you. When you try to hold one relation, the other slips off your hand. Your mind kept reminding you how unlucky you are that you can't even experience the love of your loved ones altogether. It was like a nightmare where your soul cried endlessly. It felt like the safeguard which protected you since you came in this world broke today with some mere words said by the hero of your life, your dad. You stepped out of your father's house with a heavy heart and numb eyes as your heart kept shrinking with each step you took. You looked at your side when you felt a gentle squeeze on your entwined hand. There you saw your boyfriend, the only support system you were left with. Then your eyes went on your son and daughter, one in his, other in your embrace. All three of them were looking at you with their doe eyes. You smiled a little to assure them in spite of the hurt you were bearing in your heart. Wyan, baby, you okay? A tear slipped off your eyes betraying you. You knew that if you stayed here any longer, then you will break down for sure. But still you had a little flame of hope somewhere in your heart that a voice will come from behind and stop you to leave from here. That your dad will embrace you and calm your inner child to stop the remorse. But was that even possible? You took a deep breath to stop your fast heartbeat and went few steps further with they and the twins when you heard your name being called out from behind. Wyan! You turned around immediately with hopeful eyes, but all of it drained out and you looked down again. Your brother and cousin came running to you. Wyan, what the are you doing? Wyan, please consider your decision again. This is not right. Yes, we will talk calmly on this matter and everything will go back to normal. But please, don't take rash decisions, Wyan. Taehyung, please make her understand. Young is right, Wyan. We'll come back here again after 2-3 days and we'll make Uncle understand. Wyan shook her head while wiping her tears and spoke. No use. Appa is stubborn. If he took a decision, he will stick to it till the end. No one can manipulate him. Nobody could argue further after that because whatever she said was right, as nobody knew Namjoon more than his daughter. Wyan looked at Yoongi and spoke with low voice. Papa, can you please help me to shift to Seoul? What? Wyan, are you in your right mind? You know what you're saying. Yes, what is the need to shift, Wyan? You're willing to live with Taehyung, we're allowing it. But now why these insane thoughts are coming in your mind? I want to go from here. I'll go mad if I stay here more. I will remember all the things happened today. If I stay, I'll always have the urge to meet Appa, but it will hurt me if I didn't get to meet him being in the same city. But if I leave Busan, then there will be no option to meet him. Just please understand me. I don't know. Just do whatever you want. Uppa, listen please. He went inside the mansion without listening you and you looked down with sadness. Yoongi placed his hand on your shoulder and said, Don't be disappointed. They love you. And for now, my trusted man will take you all to Seoul and I'll arrange the things to settle you there. No need, Young. The headquarters of my company is in Seoul and I have some property too. We can settle down there. Please just help in transferring our belongings. You reach Seoul at night after 4 hours of drive. Right now you're sitting on the bed of your new room. Taehyung is busy arranging the essential things till the time your luggage will arrive. You're massaging Rosie and Jim after giving them bath and making them wear fresh clothes. All this while you are lost somewhere which didn't go unnoticed by your two chubbies. They left their toys and crawled in your lap while making baby noises to gain your attention. By the time taehyung also entered and he watched his babies trying to be noticed by you, he slowly came and sat in front while caressing your hair that brought you back to your senses. You looked at him and smiled slightly when he said, "Don't worry, Ryan. Everything will be alright. We are with you." You nodded as his words gave comfort to both your disturbed mind and heart. You then looked down at your babies who were looking at you with two eyes by laying their head on your chest. Their gestures brought back your smile as how much they three love you. You thought that what was bound to happen has already happened. You can't change your fate, but at least you can try to be happy for them, because your happiness is connected to them. If you are happy, their day become happy by itself. This mom and child bond. My Rosie and Jim love me so much. With that, you kissed both of your tiny, whiny, cute little pouty lips. You smiled brightly at them, and now their happiness is back. They giggled while bouncing happily. You tickled them, and they let out shrieky giggles, making you do it more to listen their jovial hubbub. You spent your playtime with them and patted their bum while asking, "I know Jimmy and Rosie miss me so much, but did Appa miss Oma?" You talked to them while indirectly indicating the question for they, but as he listened to your words, his half-hearted smile also faded. He gulped to suppress his emotions and said while looking down, "'Cause if he look at you, he'll surely break down. Even if I want, I can't forget every single thing present in my house, and mostly these babies. They all smell like Kim Wayan." You were taken back by his answer. You just asked that playfully, but his reply left you stunned. It made you realize the approximation of how deeply he missed you. You smiled and left a kiss on his forehead. "Babe, let's sleep now. We all are tired from the chaos happened today, and then this long, hard journey to Seoul." Taehyung nodded and laid on one side of the bed. You laid on the other side with babies in the middle. They already slept, and you slowly drifted to sleep while thinking about all that happened today, without realizing that your love is sleepless. Sleep is not coming to him as his mind is not at peace. Your sleep broke eventually at midnight due to the dryness in your throat. You drank water from the glass-capped nightstand and turned to sleep again, only to find the other side of the bed empty. You placed pillows on both sides of your babies and went to look for they. You looked around the room and washroom, balcony, living room, kitchen, but there was no sign of his presence. Then you thought to search in the guest room once, and finally you found him standing near the windows. You walked to him without startling him and found him staring at the endless sky with blankness in his eyes. Slowly standing beside him, you cupped his face, but due to his action of yours, he flinched badly, making you flinch along with him. What happened? Say, what happened? Why you flinched?" You asked with concern, but all you got was the sensation of him shivering. Your breath stuck, thinking what was happening to him. You analyzed his face. He was looking pale and his lips were trembling badly. Gulping hardly, you immediately brought him to sit on the bed. He sat on the edge and you kneeled down on the floor between his legs. You then laid his head on your shoulder and kissed his hair while he snuggled in your crook like he would converge his body in yours. His behavior was suspicious even before we slept. What could be the reason? All the things are normal now. What is bothering him? You felt his body still quivering in your arms, so anxiously detaching him, you asked softly, what happened? Please tell me. Is something bothering you? Huh? What has happened to you? You're making me worried, baby." "Okay, let's sleep now. Maybe then you will feel relaxed." He immediately held both of your hands tightly in his grip as if you will go away from him and said, "I'm afraid, Brian. My body's trembling. The moment of your dad stopping you is going on loop in my mind. I'm afraid that if you being with me is a dream, and when I'll wake up, you won't be there anymore. Because of this, I won't sleep. I don't want to sleep. I'll be awake. I won't sleep. And now you got all of it. There's only fear residing in his mind, the fear of losing you. You meant more than a lover to him, a guardian, a support system, a mother figure. Overall, you are his everything now. When he lost his everything, he found you. So now you are the mitochondria of his cell life. But when he witnessed the moment of nearly losing you, a fear crept over his mind. He is still not able to believe that you chose them. They, Jim, Rosie, instead of your father. That is the reason he is thinking that all of this is an illusion of his mind. But when this illusion will break, he will wake up in the bed with his crying babies and no YN will be there for him. The thought itself is scaring him. Leave sleep alone, he can't even sit calmly on one place. The amount of terror your dad's word made him feel in his heart are visible on his face. Cold sweats making his body shudder and subconsciously sick. But, but, but nothing can happen to Kim Seong when Vine is there for him. She's a girl who gave her whole in this relationship, and she proved that today. She did not abandon those two innocent, mere 10 months old babies, and now too she will hand her love. She knew what she has to do to make him realize that she is there for him, not in his dreams, but in reality. But without realizing, he slapped on you when it was about to dawn. You sighed and stroked his hair gently, who was sleeping with open eyes and mouth. Slowly coming out from under him and wearing his white shirt, you bit your lips in pain and as it was hard for you to even move, but with all the strength left, you stood up from the bed cause you have to check the kids. You limped slightly to the door, and as soon as you opened it, a crying voice hit your earbuds. You immediately closed the door and hurried to your room where both your kiddos were sleeping. You opened the door with a thud and saw Jim crying sitting on bed beside Rosie, who just woke up and looked at you innocently. He sat on the bed and picked Jim from the armpits and placed him on your lap. He tried to stand up on your lap while holding your shirt in his small fist, and you got stunned that your baby will take his first stand. You started encouraging him. Yes, yes, stand up, baby. You can do it. Benchimi can do it. Yes, come on. But before his leg could straighten, he fell with a thud on his bum and started to cry harder. You smiled and placed him on your shoulder, and his cries became sobs, then sniffs, then finally stopped after snuggling in your neck. In the meantime, Rosie crawled to you and circled her legs and arms around your tummy like a froggy. You slightly hissed in pain, and she looked at you like she did something which hurted you, and her lips curled to cry, but you immediately assured her by wrapping her in your arms. Oh, my girlie didn't do anything. It didn't happen because of you. Come, let's go to Appa. He must be finding Uma like you two did. But first, let's take a good bath together. Let's go. Taking shower and wearing clothes, you went to guest room with 20s in your arms, and there you saw Taehyung panicking after not finding you beside him. But his racing heartbeat calmed down after he saw you. He made crabby hands with pouty lips the same way Jim and Rosie do. You went to him and he hugged your waist, resting his right cheek on your tummy. Baby, I ain't going so soon. You gotta be me in this lifetime. The first 1 week passed in settling your stuffs here and there and rearranging the mansion the way you wanted. You felt extremely exhausted for the past 1 week, but one good news made you happy in all this mess. They told you his cousin brother J-Hope, his wife Soo-young, and son Hee-sung are also shifting to Seoul. You were happy that at least there will be someone known with you in this entirely new place. Taehyung started to go office from the second week onwards, and you played with the babies the whole day, sometime feeding them, sometime cleaning them, the other time teaching them to speak Umma, and all the time loving them. The place is new, so it is taking a while for all of you to adjust here, but with each other's support, everything is going well. Another week passed with the same routine, but from 3-4 days, you have started to feel dizzy and nauseous in the early morning. You shrugged it off as your attention is only on Jim and Rosie and the Rappa. But with time, these crazy symptoms are increasing, and then something struck your mind. That you and they have had your quickies a few times after coming here, and that too without protection, so something might be possible. Right now, you are standing in the bathroom waiting for that pregnancy test kit to show results, and guess what? You really are pregnant. Yes, you started to cry with happiness as the future ran in front of your eyes like a reel. How your tummy will grow, how you will deliver the baby, how they, Jim and Rosie, will be so happy, how this baby will bring you so much happiness. You already imagined all the happy moments with the new being growing inside you. You excitedly came out of the bathroom to Jim and Rosie, who were busy playing while sitting on a rug on the floor. You sat beside them and gave them a lot of huggies and kisses. They in return snuggled in you as it was their nap time. You placed both of their small hand on your stomach and said, "You will have one more brother or sister to play with. Are you happy?" They smiled with their extremely tiny teeth, which are still coming out. Your Appa will be so happy knowing this. Let him come in the. Oh, but his birthday is coming next week, right? Yes, this will be the best surprise for him. Yoo-hoo! But you immediately lowered your voice as you saw both the birdies slapped on you. You kissed their head with joy as you are so happy today. Later that day, taehyung came and found you all asleep. He thought that's strange because you never sleep without him, but he left those thoughts thinking you were tired handling the babies whole day. Next day he woke up, he found you still asleep. He became worried and woke you up. When he asked what happened, you lied to him that it's just tiredness. This went for 2-3 days. Now something more strange is happening. Whenever he returned home, he found you eating some other thing. He noticed you eating junkies more often. He warned you sometimes to not eat these things. It will cause you upset stomach. But one day things went overboard. Theo returned from office in evening and he saw Wine surrounded by so many empty chips packets and chocolate wrappers, and even after eating so much she was still munching something in her mouth. This angered Theo and he shouted, "Wine, what is all this? What mess you have created? I'm noticing from few days you're eating whole day. See now you have started to grow fat." And the next second he heard Wine crying loudly. He panicked and started feeling guilty. "Sorry, Wine, baby. Don't cry. I'm sorry. Stop crying. You don't love me anymore." She continued to cry and they felt something in his leg. He looked down to see that tiny creature hitting him with his small fist while sitting on floor. "You little bean. Such a mama's boy." He picked him in his arms and found another pair of cute round eyes glaring at him. It was his baby girl Rosie. "Oh God, sorry. Seems like you three will eat me alive." He picked Rosie too and placed both of them on couch. He went to Wine and hugged her while continuously apologizing, but she pushed him instead and shouted, "I'm pregnant with your child, but you still are calling me fat." Theung froze at his place as he thought he heard something wrong, so he again asked, "You're what?" "You deaf man, I'm pregnant." Theung parted his mouth in shock and his eyeballs grew larger. He stood up from the couch, shouted excitedly, making the breast three flinch. "Yay! I'm going to become Appa again. Yay! I'm so happy, baby." He picked Vine by waist and spun her around and then kissed her whole face with contentedness. Vine scoffed instead and said, "Few minutes ago you were calling me fat. Now you're so happy after knowing I'm pregnant. You bloody... I'm gonna kill you." Theung pouted and apologized again. "I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know you were pregnant. I was just worried about your health. You know now you always have stomach pains after eating randomly. I got worried seeing you eat it every time. On top of it, you have gastric problems. That's why I called you fat so that you would stop eating it. But I didn't know you were preggy. Otherwise, I would never say that. And you're not fat at all. Please forgive your beer. Please." Vine turned her face away from him and pouted like a bloated balloon. They was continuously saying sorry, but Vine was not convinced. They both were bickering, but their attention turned to the direction when they heard something unexpected. They both looked shocked. As first, Jim said his first words as "Mama," and second is he was standing on the couch with wiggling legs. They and Vine both rushed to him, and Vine embraced him in a tight hug, kissing all over his face, hands, legs, making him giggle cause of tickling. Meanwhile, Rosie looked at her brother getting all the love, so in anger she shouted. She hugged her appa, snuggling in him while they hugged her back and gave kisses on her forehead so she won't get jealous of her brother. You laughed on her reaction and took her in your arms too while hugging both of the twinnies to your chest. Today you are just too happy. First, Theon got to know you are pregnant. Second, both of your babies' first words were mama. Third, Jim stood on his feet for the first time. Fourth, Rosie said two words at a time, Mama and Appa. So much happiness is coming all together in your life. You just wanted not to catch any bad eyes. You looked at Tay and said, "Okay, this is the last time I'm forgiving you. Next time you call me fat, I will rip off your skin. You're spared because I'm very happy today. But you spoiled my surprise of your birthday. Now what will I give you tomorrow?" You pouted and Taeyong replied, "Oh, sorry baby for spoiling your surprise, but you're the biggest gift for me." He pecked your lips and you started smiling as if you were never angry with him. They were surprised to see his soft, kind-hearted, lovely Vian becoming Lady Hunter because of pregnancy hormones. But still he was happy, because she was his happiness and he could do anything for her, for his twins, and for the new family member coming in few months. So much happiness catches bad eyes. Guess what is about to happen next? Thank you guys for watching the video till the end and for supporting this series Wings of Love. Please comment down below if you like the video. Your comments really appreciate me and I love reading them. Thank you, Bunn'z. Thanks for watching.